All right, yeah. We just listened to Dark Times by Vince Staples, his newest album. What did you think, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, we literally just went through each song, one by one. Just finished. Why Won't the Sun Come Out? Vince is in his feelings.
Yeah, he's sad. He's not. You can tell he's like going through.
He's going through some shit.
Depression,
and it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
As a selfish listener, not exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah, it was underwhelming, I would say. Still, you can still see his talent.
There's definitely talent.
Yeah.
There's definitely talent. But I feel like there's not as much motivation.
Yeah.
This album, in my opinion, is just kind of a therapy session for him.
I agree. I don't think he was very hungry. I don't think the creative choices were very good. Mm-hmm. I do think that, like, some verses in it, like, you could see how good, incredible Vince is at rapping.
Yeah,
some of them are like, he's like one of the greatest of like this next generation. Like, one of the best.
Yeah.
It's just, I think the choruses were kind of weak.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of choruses that really like captivated me where I'm like, oh wow, I want to listen to this again.
Yeah.
Except for, ironically enough, the Black and Blue? Yeah, Black and Blue.
Yeah, Black and Blue.
That's, I think, my favorite song. I think the vocals on that were so like euphoric and dreamy, and the rapping on it was really good. Mm-hmm. But like the rest of it was very like, it almost was the same vibe.
Yeah,
the whole album.
Every song was very...
Which is consistent. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shame on the Devil, the single that came out. Ironically, that's my favorite. So I think that was the best song. Again, just like as a selfish listener perspective.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of merit to this album, just not in what I was hoping for again.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping for some Vince, where you're bumping it. It's like summertime.
Yeah.
He's got that, like you said, that nasally voice going.
Yeah.
That nasally rapping. But this was very much just him, like, not so much making music for us to like jam to in the summer, and more so him going through some shit and laying it down on music.
Hey man, which I support.
Of
it's
course.
Like if you,
that's artistry.
Yeah, it's like he's gone this far. He's very much allowed to like vent and like use music as therapy.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that'll still touch a lot of people.
Oh,
and it was still very good.
And I don't think Vince Staples. I mean, I obviously don't know him as a person. But from the vibes we get off of him as a person, he doesn't seem like the type to be able to like openly share his feelings.
Oh yeah.
Openly wear his feelings on his sleeve. What's that saying?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like his attempt of doing that.
Yeah.
So I can respect that he did it, because I don't think he is the type to open up.
Yeah.
Like that's not his, or his like personality doesn't seem like it would be like, I'm going to tell you I'm sad and we're going to talk about why I'm sad.
Yeah, he had this girl, I think it was Nothing Matters at Radio? Mm-hmm. One of the two. I thought she just should have been in every chorus.
Yeah.
Because she killed it.
She came in at the very end.
Gorgeous.
With some amazing vocals.
Yeah, like gorgeous vocals.
Yeah. We needed that at least one more time in the song.
At least in one chorus.
I think opening with that would have been amazing.
Yeah. I mean, this is all, like, again, all subjective.
Yeah.
Like Vince Carter, like, I didn't want to do that. I wanted
and it doesn't seem like he cared about that.
Yeah. This is just our like shitty opinions.
Yeah, and we didn't have lyrics, so I'm sure the lyrics might deep dive into exactly what he's going through.
Exactly. And I will say the storytelling was incredible.
Yeah,
like
definitely. Even just the one song, Justin. The little bit I even understood, because it is difficult without lyrics.
Yeah.
It was very storytelling.
There was a couple storytelling ones, and I think the way he can still like have a rhythmic flow and like a bumpy sound while telling a story and rhyming is incredible.
Yep.
Because I know when I've like tried to write music that's like storytelling, it sounds awful. Like it sounds like unlistenable, because I'm just like talking and I can't make it rhythmic. I can't make it flow good, and the fact that he can do that is so hard.
And make it sound like it's not coming off as like me reading a Dr. Seuss book, and it's also not just me ranting.
Exactly.
It's like bars.
It's just straight bars.
It's straight bars.
No, he's like, again, I think we talked about it on our first podcast. He's top 5 for me. Like, rap. He's top 5 ever.
Yeah.
I think the next album we'll listen to will have more like songs with more replay value, more like bangers.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's dope he did that. Like, sure.
Yeah, no.
Not everything needs to be like a club banger.
Oh,
like,
for sure. And I think
it's cool.
I really appreciate when artists are able to open up.
Yeah.
And not just have a fake persona of like, I'm always happy, I'm always partying, I'm always You know, he's this album is showing he's going through. I mean, the last album was also fairly sad.
Yeah.
It was like
New Face.
Ramoa left me. What was it called?
Yeah.
Ramona Park broke my heart.
Yeah.
So based off that album in 2022, and then this one called Dark Times.
Still going through it.
He's going through some shit. He's going through breakups. He's going through. Again, we didn't have lyrics, so I'm sure it goes more into it. But
I think Vince Staples by Vince Staples, the album, is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That one's still like goated to me.
No.
Like incredible.
Mine's Prima Donna. Prima Donna to me is
good.
Is the goat album.
Oh my gosh, the song with ASAP.
Oh.
Once you get addicted to, once you get addicted.
Yeah.
Is that the album?
That's the Vince we're missing.
Yeah. Oh my.
That's the Vince I was hoping for in this album.
And Big Fish or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that is incredible.
Big Fish fire. Yeah.
Still good.
And this is a weird album. I mean, again, I'm assuming he recorded it throughout this last winter. Yeah. But this is a strange album to put out coming into June, July.
Yeah. Before
end
summer.
of May.
I will say, I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but when he does rap with his like nasally high voice, like at the beginning of his career, he does sound really nerdy and goofy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he sounds cool.
Yeah.
Do you think he's like scared of like having like the Chance the Rapper effect, where he just might sound too goofy and nerdy, and he's like, no, he's like too focused on being cool?
No, I don't think so. I think that was an issue, specifically with Prima Donna.
Yeah.
He was goofy as shit at that.
Oh, yeah.
But then when he came out with Big Fish,
yeah.
Was it Big Fish or 745? Or are those two different albums? Or is it 745 a song in Big Fish?
Big Fish Theory.
Big Fish Theory's the album.
And I think 745 is a song in Big Fish. You're right.
I think that's where he came out more as like, I'm cooler than the goofy.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's an issue.
Which, if you see interviews,
for me as a listener,
if you see any Vince Staples interviews, he's goofy.
Yeah, he's a goofy.
Like, he's a
funny.
goofy dude.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
But he's like not like nerdy goofy. He's just like hood goofy.
Yeah, he's hood goofy.
Yeah.
And so it's weird that he's coming out with this emotional.
Yeah.
I'm suffering. I'm going through dark times.
It's dope. I think a lot of Latino and Black community both, we have like this problem of being too like machista, like too manly, and they can't really open up like that. So I think it's cool that he's doing that for the community. We need more of that, I think. But yeah, I mean, am I gonna put an album on repeat? Probably not.
Yeah.
There's like 2 songs I probably will listen to.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I think that's
But it's still Vince. He still has it in him. He's just clearly going through something.
Yeah.
And I hope he gets through it. I hope he gets happier and comes out with another album where it's I'm living life to the fullest.
Yeah, no, I agree. When's the last time you jacked off?
A minute.
Nice.
It's been a minute.
You want to react to some? Okay. Anyways, we have a couple fans because this show is like getting 100K per.
I'm not watching this shit.
I think our last episode had like 100K views or something.
Oh wow!
I don't know, but I had this segment on my Patreon where I say, "Hey, send us your dilemmas, your problems."
Oh, you're right.
And we'll react to them live on the podcast. So
what specifically you were like ask for advice?
Yes, right? Ask for advice because we're knowledgeable,
clearly
people.
Qualified.
Very knowledgeable. We have our shit together.
No topic specific either. Just ask for advice.
Wise, and we just know.
If you need tax help, if
legal help.
If your horse is having a baby, do you need help delivering the horse?
If you're in legal problems, if you're in financial problems, we will get you out. Yeah, I guarantee you.
Definitely.
The first one.
Have you heard these before?
Nope.
This is the first time hearing them.
This is literally the first time hearing them.
We should make sure to mention that in case some wild shit comes out.
Yeah, I mean, if something wild comes out, we can always just take it out.
I'm not taking the time.
I'm not either. So whatever happens, we're rocking with it.
Yeah, all right.
All right, this is by a guy. We're not gonna say the names. We're just gonna let it rock. We're just gonna let it rock.
All right.
All right, here it goes.
Got the volume up?
Yes.
All right. I don't want too much.
Unable to transcribe message.
Alrighty.
All right.
I don't want too much dead air, so I'm just trying to talk.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Buy some time while you figure this out.
It says unable to transcribe message. All right, we're just gonna ignore that one then.
Maybe it's just playing it through the tiny speaker instead of through the speaker.
Oh. You think so? But I think it's because I'm connected to that.
Are you connected to that?
Mic mode. Oh, okay.
Clearly, we're worthy.
I'm not very.
We can't even figure out voicemails.
Yeah, look. Why is it? Okay, this plays out loud.
Okay.
But the voicemail won't play out loud.
It's just going to play from the small speaker at the top. Is it playing from there?
It is.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it speaker.
Why is it?
Hold up to the mic. Maybe I guess we won't know. You know what? I trust you enough to listen to it and then just relay the message.
Yeah.
So we'll just I'll sit here silent while you listen to the voicemail.
All right.
All right. You got one?
Yep. It just was nothing. Let's do the next one.
All right. That was just a spam call.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
I just heard a bunch of singing and incohesive
just pocket dials.
And that's it. So let's do this one.
Alrighty. You know, pocket dials me a lot.
Who?
Ezra.
Yeah.
He's pocket dialed me like 10 times.
I was wondering what.
Oh.
This one works.
Okay.
Okay.
Be.
Is this S? Oh, we're not naming it.
Yeah, we're not naming them.
Hey, bro, I was wondering what your advice would be. Just when you go to the bathroom and you wipe and there's blood on the tissue, and it's been like that for multiple months.
Damn, brother.
You think like you should go to the doctor, or you should just, just be a man and just keep eating whatever the fuck you want? Anyway, just let me know.
Damn, brother.
Do you want to say
that's
what
tough.
was said? I understood most of it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the mic caught it, but
on the chance it didn't.
Basically, this individual is going through problems when he uses the bathroom.
Okay.
To go number 2. Every time he wipes, there is blood on the tissue.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know if he should go to the doctor or if he should just endure it.
Jesus.
Sounds like a anal fissure.
First off, we have to look at his Roth IRA.
Yes. And his sexuality.
Yes.
Ironically enough.
No, that's not even a joke. That
yeah, no, that's literally not even a joke.
I know this individual. I'd assume that's not. Well, who knows?
We don't know.
I'm not going to ask.
Yeah.
But I'll make the assumption that's not what's causing it. I'm going to guess maybe it's diet. And knowing this individual, I feel like I don't want to name him, but I'm sure this man eats way too much protein.
Maybe.
And nowhere near enough fiber.
Dude, it could just be the toilet paper.
Or the toilet paper.
Because, if you don't got that, if that joint ain't soft...
No, you're right.
It'll rip your anus.
It can.
Your anus is sensitive, bro.
Get a bidet, maybe. That might be a choice.
Get a bidet, quit doing butt stuff,
yeah,
and...
eat some fruits.
If that doesn't go away, go to a doctor, because you might just be bleeding out of your asshole.
Yeah. I hope it's not a constant.
No.
It's just when he wipes.
It's just when he wipes. I think it's an anal fissure, bro.
Yeah, or some hemorrhoids.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Figure it out.
Yeah, no.
Next.
Get some help. See you.
Next. All right, we got this individual. We couldn't listen to the first one. The first one was just singing.
Okay.
Hopefully we figure it out and see what it is. But this one's another individual. Oh.
It's kind of also a little bit of advice. I was with a bunch of girls, and they were all making fun of me. I just don't know what to do about it. I don't want to be mean to women, but I don't want to be made fun of. Can you help me? Thanks, bye.
He sounded like a Muppet and a 4-year-old at the same time.
I think he said...
What did it say?
He said, these girls are making fun of me, and I didn't want to stand up. I want to stand up for myself, but I don't want to be mean to women. Can you help me by?
Okay.
Dang, dude.
Well, bullying is never okay.
I mean,
unless it's deserved.
By the voicemail, it sounds like this guy is like...
Girl.
He might be in an insane asylum. I don't think he should be in society.
You know what? You're right. And I honestly take the bully side.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything else. But
My brother, if you sound like that in real life, maybe they're bullying you for a reason.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Good God.
Okay.
I couldn't understand a word from it.
That's tough, man. But imagine his voice is actually like that. We're making fun of him.
Yeah.
Is there vocal box? Is there voice box surgeries you can have? Is that a thing?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It would surprise me.
I would look into it, bro.
Just to sound better.
Yeah.
If you have a crappy
Or
voice.
every time you talk, just grab onto your balls and drag them down.
Oh, wow.
Pull them down.
That would make it higher.
No, I think if your balls go up in your body, it goes higher.
I don't know. If you tug on my balls, I'm gonna start squealing.
Want to try it?
No, not right now.
All right. Next, another individual.
Great advice.
I think that was great advice. I don't know, brother. We couldn't really understand him that well.
I genuinely didn't understand any of it.
So
I take your word.
Yeah,
I didn't get.
That's what I'm guessing. But hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah. Stop inhaling.
We have 2 more callers. We're gonna go this individual.
Yo, am I supposed to do butter on the toast before or after?
Okay.
Did you understand?
One more time.
Yo, am I supposed to do butter on the toast before or after?
Okay.
What
Simple. Should you put butter on toast before or after you toast it?
Do people put it on before?
I think so.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, because if you put it on
You're just
before,
gonna get butter in your toast.
and if you put it on before, it'll caramelize differently if you toast it.
Wouldn't it just melt off and fall into the toaster?
I think this is purely subjective, brother.
Who the fuck has ever buttered before?
Why the hell are you putting butter before?
I've never even heard of that.
I mean, other than like to caramelize it. I don't know, man.
You know what I will say is when I eat butter with toast, I will butter the toast immediately when it comes out of the toaster and burn the shit out of my fingers just so the butter melts on the toast.
That's true. Also, what type of butter are you using? Are you using margarine? Are you using lard? Because it depends. It'll toast your bread differently.
I'm baffled. I didn't know you could. I've never known someone to butter before toasting.
I don't know, brother. But I'm gonna say after, so we can get genuine advice.
After.
What if this person genuinely...
Unless you don't toast it, and then you just have butter... Because I've done that.
Yeah.
Where you don't have a toaster, and you just eat butter with bread.
Have you ever just eaten butter with bread and not toasted it?
Yeah.
That's
a million times.
Psycho.
I didn't have a toaster.
You just fold it, and then it becomes like a butter taco?
No, you don't fold it, because then it's gross.
You put a slab of butter on the toast, on the bread, and then you fold it and just eat it like it's a taco.
Hey, we've been through the struggle.
A butter taco.
That's been a meal.
Hella calories though.
It's good.
Like your body will live off that for a while.
And it tastes good.
Yeah,
butter and bread.
It's butter and bread.
You can't mess that up.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Before we have one more call.
Sure.
Before we take the next call, what's like the worst struggle meal you've ever had?
Well, no meal.
Okay, I'm saying like a meal.
Sleep.
Yeah, sleep.
I mean, popcorn was a big one.
The worst struggle meal I've ever had is a walk.
A what? Sorry.
A walk.
Like a walk?
Yeah.
Like you walked?
Yeah, I went and walked it off.
Walk off the hunger?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, anyways, go.
Popcorn, if that counts.
Yeah.
I love like just have some popcorn for dinner.
Popcorn. It's very massful and low cal.
Yeah, you munch for a while, so it feels like you're eating a lot, although it's not really a lot.
Yeah.
But like it satisfies your like craving to like eat.
Yeah. One time, this is the worst struggle meal I've ever had in my life. I was in Argentina, and in Argentina, the members of the church take turns feeding the LDS missionaries.
Oh.
And it was this one family's turn, and I was with Tiger Wasson. Shout out Tiger Wasson. He's from Hawaii. Or it might have been Grayson Chamberlain, one or the other.
His first name was Tiger?
Tiger.
That's tough.
Yeah. His first name was Kiaoyamahi,
Oh.
and his middle name was Tiger, and his last name was Wasson. But he went by Tiger.
Smart man.
Yeah. And no one's going to call you Kiaoyamahi.
I'm surprised you remembered that.
That's dope. It's a dope name, but no one's going to... Yeah. I lived with him for like 2 months.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Just me and him, so I know everything about him. Or I don't know, it was one or the other. Or Grayson Chamberlain. Shout out Grayson Chamberlain. But we went to this house where it was their turn to feed us. And they gave us, I shit you not, a ketchup packet and some raw noodles. He said, figure it out in Spanish. Averiguate. Averigualo. They didn't say that, but that's what they mentally said. That's what I understood. So
are they allowed to do that?
I repeat, a ketchup packet and a bunch of raw noodles.
Were you able to boil the noodles?
Dude, we threw it away.
No, that's fair.
We had so many noodles in the apartment just from like grocery shopping.
Instant ramen noodles.
And a ketchup packet. Okay, like okay.
No, I would have preferred butter. Butter with noodles.
Butter and salt.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we ended up ordering pizza or something.
All right.
But
Can they do that?
That was like the most disrespectful.
Can they just not feed you?
Yeah, they don't have to. It's happened a lot. It happens all the time. They just don't feed you. But
why are you? Are they signed up for this?
Yeah, they are. They literally signed up for it.
Volunteer to feed them and just give them noodles and ketchup.
It was the most disrespectful thing I think anyone's ever done to me in my life.
Poor tiger.
We were like, did they think we were going to just boil these noodles and put ketchup on it and be like, hell yeah, brother, lunch.
What the fuck did they have for dinner?
I don't know. Probably milanesa. That's all they eat down there.
God, it's amazing.
Milanesa. Incredible. But you eat that every day, you'll die.
That's wild that they just did that to you, though.
Yeah.
They're like, here's two 18-year-olds in a foreign country who, are probably don't have a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, luckily the church is loaded, so we're fine.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay. They didn't give us money. We had to use our own personal money.
I was going to ask, do you get like a credit card?
You get a certain amount of money per month, which would be the equivalent. It would be equivalent of like $200 a month
to spend on like whatever you want.
Okay. But it's like you can't buy like clothes with it. You can only buy it on like food or like laundry detergent, like stuff that you like need.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like $200 a month basically. But you don't pay rent, so that $200 a month actually goes like a long way.
Yeah, and you're not paying for like a.
You're not paying for anything.
Or anything.
Yeah, you're not paying for anything. It's just $200 to free spend.
What about transport?
Transport, yeah, you use that too.
Use that
it's
for
part of
transport
that, yeah.
too.
But transporting
is it like frowned upon? Like, are you typically just supposed to walk? Or
no,
bike everywhere?
someplace you need a
car.
What's it called?
Like a taxi or something.
No, they're like buses. Everything is public transportation.
Public transport. Right.
It's like $1.50 per ride. Mm-hmm. It's like basically free, but yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, that's interesting struggle. Should we get in the last call?
Jesus. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, this is by all right. I'm not gonna say the name.
My name is Brittany, and I need some advice because I'm about to have my honeymoon, and I have a phobia of uncircumcised penises. And my future husband happens to have an uncircumcised penis. But I have like a phobia of them, and I just don't know what to do. Okay, thanks, bye.
Damn.
These are very strange voices going on.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
I mean, let's be empathetic here.
Okay.
This woman's going to go through a lot.
Yeah.
She has a phobia of uncircumcised penises, and she's going to have to just rock with one her whole life.
How does she know that the boyfriend... Because they're not married yet.
I'm assuming that he's seen his penis.
Oh, my God.
Her name's Brittany.
Well, Brittany...
She said her name, so we can dox her.
Good news, Brittany. You can circumcise any age. And if he truly loved you, I think he'd go through with the circumcision.
Oh, wait. She says she's scared of an uncircumcised?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Circumcise your shit, brother.
That's the love.
Yeah.
Do you truly love Brittany? Get that shit chopped off.
Yeah, get a little snip.
Go over to Great Clips.
Go over to some, like, mountain with a bunch of monks.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, I need my shit chopped.
Find a couple Jews.
They'll just hum. They'll hum, play the little ping.
Yeah.
Put a blindfold on you, whip out your dick, a guy will hold it for you.
Yeah, they'll numb it with their mouth.
And just snip.
Yeah.
And then love on, brother.
For sure. That's an easy fix.
Or, like you said, find a couple of Jews.
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of people that want that foreskin.
Man.
Hell, you could probably sell it.
Dude, you could donate your foreskin to, like, burn victims.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a thing, yeah.
Like, I mean, would you rather have no skin or foreskin on your face? Foreskin.
Right. Yeah.
It's that simple, brother.
Oh, that's an easy fix, though, Brittany. I'm happy you called, because I'm happy we were able to we actually solved that one.
Have him snip his dick, but just the tip.
Bars.
Yeah. Do we have any more voicemails? Let's see. No. That's it.
Yeah, we need more people on the Patreon.
Yeah. I mean, 4 people out of 100,000 listeners.
Yeah.
Pretty weak. We should have at least like 100. Like
I
those
get
numbers.
It, I'm not. You never know. Maybe it's spam or something. I'm not calling a number I don't trust.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we're able to help you with your y'all's problems. But yeah, the game 1 isn't like an hour.
It's game 2.
All right, no, game 2. You're right. I'm excited, bro.
I really don't care, but I guess I do care. I want the Timberwolves to win.
Me too. Just so it can be 1-1.
But I'm content looking at scores.
Okay. Who do you think the best player left in this series is?
The best player left in the series? I mean, my mind immediately wants to go to Luka.
I think it's Luka.
Who are the other two teams? Is Boston and Pacers?
No, between this series, not left in the playoffs.
Timberwolves and... Oh, okay. I thought you meant, like, the ones left.
Yeah.
Mavericks and Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Luka.
I think it's Luka.
Yeah.
I think it's, like, Luka, pretty big gap, and then Anthony Edwards.
You put Anthony over Kyrie?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because Kyrie doesn't clamp. He doesn't play defense like Anthony Edwards does.
Yeah.
Which is actually part of his weakness, because the reason the Timberwolves lost is if you look at the end of the game, Anthony Edwards was gassed. He could barely run because he was guarding Kyrie while running the offense. That's asking, like, way too much out of a player. And Kyrie had, like, 30, I think he had, like, 30 points.
Why isn't Rudy on Kyrie?
Because they need a rim protector. If Rudy's in the perimeter...
Is Cat not a rim protector?
Yeah, but nowhere near the level Rudy Gobert is. Cat's, like, a better, like... I would say better, not better, but, like, he's a good post defender. He's hard to move. But Rudy, at that help side position, down low, is, like, the best that's ever played in the NBA, in my opinion. Like,
because I feel
no one's been better at that.
I feel like Kyrie drives a lot, no?
He does.
See, all Anthony would need to do is just guard the perimeter, and as soon as Kyrie drives, switch Rudy on him.
In this series, Kyrie's taken a lot of mid-range, a lot of floaters, because of Rudy. But look, that he's amazing at that too.
Right.
So it's like, they really have no answer for Kyrie. The only problem with Kyrie is that sometimes he's too, like, unselfish.
Unselfish?
He's unselfish. So, like, he will stop shooting and passing. I think he needs to be a ball hog. Because Luka's the only person that can score into isolation. And the Maverick need at least 2 people to run an offense and score off ISOs. Right. But, yeah, no. They need to put somebody else on Kyrie. They should not put Ant. Because asking Ant to run the offense while guarding Kyrie is like...
Yeah.
He's not Kobe. Like, the only person to do that is, like, Kobe and Michael Jordan. Because they're psychos.
Might be the new one.
They're psychos, though. Like, those dudes don't get tired. Like, if they're tired, they're just like, I'm not tired. And then they just...
That's fair.
It's psychopathic.
You think Anthony's going to get to that?
I think he can. I think Anthony Edwards is a human being, though. I don't think he's a psychopath.
Have that mentality of, like, I'll kill myself to play basketball.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's a dog. He plays so hard and he's so competitive. But there really hasn't been someone with that Kobe mentality since Michael Jordan. I mean, Russell Westbrook. There's a lot, but, like, their talent doesn't meet their mentality, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
There was a couple years where it did with Russ, but not even close anymore. Which is human. Like, humans get tired. Like, 99% of humans can't just trick their minds into being like, I'm not tired.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But yeah, they have to figure something out with that, because they're going to lose the series if they have Ant guard Kyrie.
Yeah.
Ant does way too much for their offense for him to be gassed on that end while he's trying to stop one of the best isolation scorers in NBA history in Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the Mavericks if they win.
Dude, I love both of those teams.
Because I love Luka.
Yeah, Luka's so fun, dude. He's so fun to watch.
But there's something just about Ant and Conley. I like Conley.
Yeah, I love Rudy.
You know, Ant's, I mean, you do know this. Ant's all-time GOAT is KD.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why he said last season was the best moment of his life. He's like, this is the greatest moment of my life, because he played KD, guarded KD, busted KD's ass, and won. Imagine you play Messi in a game when he's out of his prime. KD's out of his prime.
It's like right now.
And you just guard him, talk shit to him, bust his ass, and in the post-game interviews, Messi's like, that guy's special. That guy's so good.
Wow.
That's what KD did.
Yeah.
KD was like, man, Ant is special.
He didn't take it hard.
No, he was, because Ant talked shit to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, you can't guard me, old ass motherfucker. Like, he's like, you know. And KD's like, man, I love Ant.
I mean, I guess if you knew that player thought you were the GOAT.
Yeah, you'd be flattered.
You'd be flattered. Like, regardless, he's chatting shit, but it's like, you think I'm the best. Like,
and also, KD's such a basketball guy. He loves the sport. He's such a purist that he probably thinks it's cool. He's like, that's so sick. He's talking shit to his idol.
That's pretty tough.
Like, that's amazing.
KD, though, as a GOAT.
I mean, dude, there's worse answers. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
There are worse answers.
All right. And I think I heard him say his reason. I'm sure there's more, but one of the reasonings was he's 7 foot and can do everything that like a point guard.
Any guard,
point
any
guard can do.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I think KD, you could make a case he's the best one-on-one player ever.
Yeah.
Above Michael, above Kobe, above LeBron.
Damn, really?
Yeah, one-on-one, KD's unguardable.
Oh wow.
He's a 7-foot Kyrie Irving, or 7-foot Kobe, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, unguardable. Like, defenses were just like, hey, our defense is just hope he misses. Every coach in the NBA in the post-game interview, that's what their game plan is. They talk about, like, our defense is to just hope he misses. That's the only way you can guard KD. It's like, you only win if he has a bad game. That's, like, in his prime. Now there's ways you can bother him. You can be more physical with him because he's older. He's older, yeah. Way older.
Is just one ring?
2.
2?
Repeat.
Both with the Golden
State? Both with Golden State Warriors. Both he won Finals MVP in.
Right.
So that narrative that he got carried to it is like, yeah, he did have an insane team is an understatement. The greatest team assembled in NBA history. He had that. But he won Finals MVP. So it's like, do they win without him? Probably not. They don't win. You don't think so? No, they don't win. They don't win
without him after.
They did, and before. But before they had an amazing bench, and after they also had a pretty good bench. But that team is an anomaly. That 2021 championship run by the Warriors is an anomaly because they were like a force. They weren't like a high seed.
Was expecting it.
No, they weren't even a high seed.
Yeah.
They just locked in. It was weird.
It's like they knew that was their last hurrah.
Yeah. They were all kind of in their primes.
Yeah. I feel like just leaving it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so they just went, fuck it, let's do this.
And they went hard. And Andrew Wiggins turned into Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
They had him they had Kawhi Leonard on their team.
Yeah.
For a whole playoff run, basically. Mm-hmm. So, that helped. He was probably the second best player on that team. Curry and Wiggins. And then Draymond and Clay did their thing, but Draymond was benched in the finals a lot because he was a liability at times.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Clay was clearly out of his prime. I will say, I'll give it to Clay. He had a great finals.
Yeah.
He played amazing that finals.
Good on him.
But yeah, Draymond was a liability. Steve Kerr had to bench him.
Jesus.
Here
he is talking mad shit.
Yeah, man. Draymond, dude. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame, but, he's so unintelligent sometimes.
Yeah.
With his takes.
Zero basketball IQ.
It's like he either has zero IQ or he has a high IQ, but he says these things to get a reaction. And he knows better.
Right.
It's like, he said the dumbest thing the other day. He said that, we gave Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago.
With Boston.
Yeah, no, last year, I think. And with Boston. And he's like, yeah, Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year because he actually guarded people one-on-one. He stopped people. Rudy Gobert doesn't guard anybody. He just sits in the paint. And it's like, yeah, dude, that's what Rudy does. It's like, that's why he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Because he's the greatest help side rim protector in NBA history. Marcus Smart, yeah, and Draymond Green, too. They'll shut down a player. They'll shut down a good player. Rudy shuts down entire teams.
Right.
He shuts down offenses.
Zone.
He shuts down an entire offensive philosophy that a coach has, destroys it. There's no player that does that. Yep. Besides, Hakeem Olajuwon, Rudy Gobert, those amazing rim protectors. That's so much more valuable than having a good one-on-one defender. A player that can just guard a team.
As you're playing teams.
Yeah, that's why people are like, Rudy just got beat off the dribble. It's like his job isn't to guard one-on-one. His job is to guard the entire team.
Yeah.
He guards the entire team, which is, I don't know. People just don't understand basketball, including Draymond. He doesn't understand that. He's an idiot. But, or he does, and he just is a hater.
I think it's 50-50.
Yeah. Stop punching your teammates, Draymond. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild that they took his side, too.
Yeah.
They sold Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
or loaned him. Or can you loan people out in basketball?
No, you can't. You can't loan.
So they sold him to the Washington.
Yeah, they traded him.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
I'm
it's just soccer.
Soccer.
It's soccer, yeah.
Sold is what we say there.
Yeah. Yeah, Draymond's a clown, bro. He, got arrested for assault in 2016.
Yeah.
He just has anger problems.
Jesus.
He's
I don't
insecure.
like him. He does reek insecurity.
So bad, like Shaq.
And I feel like Shaq reeks it too, but Shaq's more
Shaq's not assaulting people, at least.
And he's not doing that. But also just Shaq is Shaq. Draymond isn't like I can't just walk up to Draymond and you can like pinpoint a player type, a body type, like Shaq. I feel like you say Shaq and it's like big ass motherfucker that's gonna dunk, he's gonna block, he's gonna like tank down the court. Draymond's just like, oh, the guy on the Warriors.
Yeah, no, it's they're not even near the same atmosphere of player.
Yeah, but
I will say, I'm gonna let my hater down a little bit and say Draymond is a Hall of Famer. Like the Warriors don't win their rings without him. Yeah. I mean, the 2021 year, you could argue they would have won without him.
Yeah. Well, if he was benched,
they benched him. But the rest of the years, there's 3 rings that he like genuinely deserved because he was an incredible one-on-one defender. Yeah. Like you could put him.
Was he the big? Was he considered the big?
Yeah, he played center for them.
Okay.
As 6'7", 6'6", shorter than LeBron, like Kobe's height, basically.
Damn.
And they put him at center because I don't know, he's such a smart, cerebral defender, and like, yeah, it was a luxury to have a guy like him. But I mean, he's just so insecure. His comments are just so like defaming to players. I don't know. That's enough hoop talk. That's enough hoop talk for today.
Yeah, now it's my turn. Xavi was just let go today.
Yeah.
As coach for Barcelona.
In soccer news.
Yeah.
Oh, he was barely let go?
He was let go today.
Are you happy?
So, no. Here's the thing. So, like midway, towards the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
The season's not over. But towards the end of the season, it's basically over. But, there's like 2-3 games. But towards the end of the season, Xavi was like, I'm not going to stay. Because they were struggling, right?
Yeah.
They got an early knockout of Champions League. They were like 4th or 5th on the table in La Liga.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, totally understandable. Like he did fine, but Xavi knew that he didn't have the capability to take the team to the next level.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he had taken over from a shit show. Mm-hmm. So he did build the team up. He surely did. But the expectations were just kind of high. And he's also not a very experienced coach. He had only coached prior to that.
And Barca's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
right?
They've had plenty of injuries.
Yeah.
De Jong's been injured a ton. Pedri's been injured a ton. Gavi's been injured out for the whole season.
The way Gavi plays, though, it's like he's either got to tone it down a bit, or he probably will just be injured his whole career.
I love it. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the greatest player of all time, but he plays with heart. Yeah. And if anything, he's that guy you want on the team because he'll rally people. He'll rally the team up to want to win.
Yeah.
And without his presence there, these people are just kicking the ball.
Yeah.
Like they have no motivation.
Yeah.
And they especially didn't, knowing that Xavi was leaving, right?
Yeah.
And so when Xavi announced that, everyone was just kind of like, it makes sense. Like no one had a hard opinion on it. I kind of was like happy because it meant like I just like change. If it means that, it's good change. And realistically, we'd get a coach with more experience.
Yeah.
And so, as the season progressed, Barca started getting better and better. Like, Xavi's tactics started working better with managing the injuries. So, like, making sure that the midfield was as strong as it could be.
Yeah.
The strikers, he was starting to play. Like, he brought up, I think, maybe like 15 players from the academy.
The academy, yeah.
Like, young players. I'm talking 16, 17. Yamal was 15 when he debuted.
But do you think, not to cut you off, but do you think that can potentially stunt a player's growth when you bring him up so young and they might lose confidence playing against grown men?
It can. It definitely can.
Yeah. It's like,
I think
sometimes it might accelerate their growth.
Yeah.
For Messi, for example, it could accelerate his growth.
Oh, definitely.
But I'm saying they might be dominating in the academy.
Yeah.
But once you bring them out too young, they might be like, oh, wait, I'm not that good.
Yeah.
And it might ruin them. Whereas if you brought them up when they were 20, they might have dominated.
No, and that's a solid argument. And I mean, I think we saw that with Fati.
Yeah.
I think that what it comes down to is the pressure.
Yeah.
When Fati was coming through, he came through the academy, he debuted with Barca. He was amazing.
Yeah.
For a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Still great for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
What happened? Next season, he gets the number 10 jersey.
Yeah.
You're giving this
18-year-old
18-year-old kid the number 10 of Barcelona after Messi's departure.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you couldn't have more pressure on you.
Yeah, that's tough.
So what happens? He gets injured, starts to die down, the what am I trying to say? Like the hype starts to die down. Look at him now. He's loaned out to Brighton. He doesn't even play. He's on the bench 90% of the time at Brighton.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't have the talent, right? The coach says.
He plateaued.
And I wish him that he's still young as hell. He could definitely come back, and I hope he does. I liked him as a player. Mm-hmm. But the difference between that and what's happening now is Xavi's bringing on multiple young players. And he's doing it in
he's just seeing if one hits.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if they stunts.
And he's also doing it in an era where there's no real pressure.
Yeah.
No one's expecting a lot of Barcelona right now.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of knows the team is dog shit.
Yeah.
So bringing out these young players and giving them the confidence, it showed. I mean, we have Yamal. He's playing incredible right now.
Yeah.
We have Fermin playing incredible right now. Gavi winning debut, playing incredible. Kubarsi, the defender, playing incredible. Because they don't have that pressure.
Yeah.
They know that they're playing.
They don't have any expectations.
Yeah, they don't have expectations. And they know they're getting game time because they just don't really have many other players.
Yeah.
And so I think it's great exposure because I think what I'm hoping is going to happen is we get more experienced players coming in.
Yeah.
To where some of these players realistically are going to have to get loaned out to another team.
Yeah.
So what happens? Let's say Fermin, for example. I don't think he's got the full talent to be a starter or to take up a ton of time on the team right now. Mm-hmm. But if you were to loan him out to PSV for a season, 2 seasons, he's going to rock that shit out there.
Yeah.
And then he's going to come back 10 times more confident.
Yeah, because I remember once for Fremont, this is why I say that, because I literally relate to it. There was 2 courts, right? Like for final cuts in basketball. Like,
okay.
They put me, when I was a sophomore, they put me in the courts with, like, the senior, with, like, the varsity team.
Yeah.
Like, the kids that were 18. I did, like, okay. I didn't stand out, but I wasn't, like, a liability. You couldn't point at me and be like, he's the worst player there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't at all standing out. I was just kind of, like, going through the motions. Mm-hmm. And then they put me in, like, the sophomore gym, smaller gym, playing with 15-year-olds, kids my age. And I, like, dominated. Like, I scored at will. Like, dominated. So the coach, like, had me play 2 pickup games there, and he's like, all right, go back. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I went to play with the varsity kids, and then I started dominating.
Yeah.
I started doing really good because I had that, like, confidence of, like, scoring and, like, dominating in the lower level. It, like
where you technically should be, quote unquote.
Exactly. And it translated with the 18-year-olds, like with the varsity kids.
Yeah.
And not everyone there was varsity. A lot of them were just 18-year-old kids that sucked. But, like, they were older than me.
Yeah.
And I was destroying
them. Still
them.
have years.
And I was literally, like, top 3 best players, like, in that pickup game. And I was 15. Yeah. So, like, and I was struggling before. So it's interesting like, playing down a little bit sometimes is good.
Not even down.
Yeah. Just to your comp, I guess.
Yeah, to what your level should be.
Yeah, because all these kids in Barca were, like, teenagers. Yeah. So, like, playing not down, playing to their level and have them dominate.
If you send Fermin to PSV, to the Netherlands, that's a league where
he would dominate.
He could shine.
Yeah.
Not even, like, easily. Yeah. I mean, if you send him to the MLS, he'll dominate easily. A league that's, like, competitive.
Yeah.
But just competitive enough to where it's not going to hinder him in performance.
Yeah.
But it's also going to really let him shine. And so same thing there. Yeah. No, that's a great example.
Yeah, I know.
But it gave you the confidence, right?
Yeah, no, it did. I came back and I was cooking.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I cooked those kids. Like, I can cook anybody.
If that's what I'm supposed to be, let's fucking go.
Because it was like, sports are so interesting because sometimes if you're not confident, like, am I good? He's like, I'm not standing out. Like, I'm not scoring.
Yeah.
Like, am I really that good? And when you play well, it makes you like, oh, I am good. And you play differently.
Yeah. No, I can use my example. So I never played for high school. I never tried out even. I despised the coach. So I just decided. And by that time, I was like, I'm not making it pro. I don't care that much.
Yeah.
So I played middle school, which was like in 9th grade. Mm-hmm. They basically had a team for 9th grade. And we did the tryouts. And the tryouts were like 7th to 9th grade. So I was one of the older kids, right?
Yeah.
So we did tryouts, and it was 2 days of tryouts. And so the first day, we go, we play, all good stuff. The second day, the coach comes out, and he goes, I'm going to select like 10 players, and you 10 just go kick the ball around on the other field while like we still do tryouts. Mm-hmm. And so, but he didn't say why.
Yeah. And it could be that they suck or that they already made it.
Exactly. So I'm one of the ones included to go out and just kick the ball around. Yeah. It's me, a couple of my friends, and a couple of kids where I'm like, these are like decent kids. Like, I'm assuming this is the squad that made it, right?
Yeah.
And so turns out that is the case, right? We were people that already were selected based off just the first day.
Yeah.
So now there's this weird, like, where we were chosen before you attitude, where, like, the players that got chosen, but got chosen the second day, were now below these 10 that, like, had already been chosen.
It's like a mental game.
Yeah. And so it was, like, this weird pressure to perform now.
Yeah.
And so when I played, not great. Because I had this weird pressure. Where I was like, I don't really, like, know why I got picked. Like, I don't think I'm that amazing at playing soccer. It's just kind of like maybe saw something cool and took me to the side.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to replicate what he saw because I don't know why he chose me.
He didn't tell you
what he
what
sat
he liked.
down, exactly. If he would have maybe sat me down and said, I love that you did this.
I hate that coaches do that. If you're a coach out there, like, give positive, specific positive feedback.
Individual coaching.
Yes.
Individual coaching.
Which no one understands.
No.
Like, basketball coaches don't understand that, like, you're going to coach each player. I mean, your philosophy should be the same, but you're going to talk to each player differently.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're different human beings.
And different expectations, different ways of motivating them based off whatever the fuck. I didn't want to go pro by then. Yeah. So if my coach had taken me aside and go, like, why are you playing? I would have been like, motherfucker, I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah.
And he could have, like, although that might have hindered me, he could have left the space more open to someone who's like, I'm going to try out for Real Salt Lake next year.
Yeah.
Like, two different types of players, two different motives. And so, and that really what's kind of, like, helped me when I played that team and I sucked. And I was, like, really trying to be competitive. Mm-hmm. And I was like, let me just fuck around.
Yeah.
And so I started playing just to, like, laugh.
Yeah.
And it pissed the team off.
Yeah.
Because there were some kids there that were taking it serious.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, we were playing middle school soccer. I didn't care that much.
Yeah.
And so when I just started goofing off, I started to play 10 times better.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I played with my family, like you guys, when we were kids, there was no competitiveness. It was just kind of like
fun.
We just have fun.
Yeah.
And we were all like pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
So when I played for fun, I'm 10 times better than when I'm like, I need a win.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have that weird competitive gene.
Yeah.
But when I play for fun, I do very well.
Better.
And so it's kind of like that. Like, I don't know. I don't like the pressure of we need to win. But if you just like are like, just do this for fun, I'll play a lot better.
Yeah.
In basketball, you'll notice. Like, I play better when I just don't.
Just casually.
Because I don't really care.
Yeah, I've noticed that you catch fire when we play when you don't really think about your shooting.
Yeah.
When you just, like, throwing up a jump shot, you'll start making everything.
And when I play with people we don't know, I play worse.
Because you get in your head.
Because sometimes I'm like, I wonder if they're, like, actually wanting to win.
Yeah.
Because there's some players
like, you still
who
play hard.
Yeah,
like,
I'll play hard. I'm still a competitive person.
Yeah.
But, like, I won't care about missing a shot.
I will say,
if it's with the boys.
Shooting, that translates into shooting a basketball.
Yeah.
When you're, like, pressured and focused on performing, your jump shot gets worse. I'm saying in general, anybody.
Yeah. No, that's what I've experienced.
But with the sport of basketball, you kind of have to, like, be a psycho. Like, you have to lock in. Like, you have to feel pressure because it's so physical. Like, it's so, like, it's such a physical. Like, for example, my high school coach, Coach Bollinger, he was the football coach and the basketball coach. Oh, wow. He played Weber State football at the D1 level, and he played Weber State basketball at the D1 level.
Oh, damn.
And he said basketball is a lot more physical than football.
Oh, wow.
As a person that plays both sports, he's like, no, football is not as physical as basketball. Mm-hmm. Like, basketball is the most physical sport, and it is, dude. Like, basketball is so, like, high intensity basketball is so physical. Like, I came home from practice with, like, bruised ribs.
Yeah.
Like,
the little competitive basketball I've played, and by competitive I mean, like, it's literally us, but it just gets competitive.
An intense pickup.
It's physical.
No,
so I can't imagine if it's, like, a real...
You'll get a shoulder to your ribs.
Game.
You'll get, like, a knee to your, like, stomach. Like, dude, it's so... And he said, like, oftentimes in basketball, the person that plays harder wins. Mm-hmm. Like, basketball is a sport where, like, you can't just be like, oh, let's just have fun. Because, like, if a person drops their shoulder on you, they're scoring. Like, it's like, you have to just be, like, a psycho. Which, I kind of liked it. But, like, with shooting, you have to.
Yeah.
It's hard because in a certain aspect, you kind of have to remember it's a game. Because then your breathing gets normal and you start shooting better. Mm-hmm. This game slows down, but like on defense, you have to just be an animal.
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's understandable. And in basketball, it's kind of like you play every position.
Yeah.
Like me as a midfielder, because that mentality I think holds very true for defenders in soccer.
That's true.
You cannot play for fun as a center back in soccer.
See, in basketball, everyone plays defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you have to be on guard. Like you have to take it serious because you can't just fuck around. And me being able to just play midfield, like center mid.
Yeah.
it's a lot of just kind of like, I'm the facilitator.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll defend a little bit, I'll play offense a little, I'll shoot a couple times, but there's no real pressure to do both incredibly.
Yeah.
It's more so just, like,
the
IQ of keeping the scanning the field of
I feel like
where the forwards are.
Jobs in soccer are a lot more specific.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, your job here is to distribute.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
it.
Yep.
Your job here is to defend. That's it.
Yep.
Your job here is to finish goals. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, it's like everyone does. There's still jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a point guard has to be a facilitator. The bigs have to rebound.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I'm not expecting Rudy to shoot a 3 every game.
Yeah, but like
it's
less specific.
If he needs to, he's got to be able to make it.
Exactly.
And I never expect the center back to score a free kick.
And also, like, everybody has to defend. Everybody has to rebound.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be able to shoot. It's like more like you're almost like all one body. Whereas in soccer, it's like you're functioning pieces.
Yeah. It's very much like more like kind of a chess where people have different abilities, and you just run the strat with the team.
Dude, I read this the other day. A full basketball court can fit inside the 18 in soccer.
Oh, really?
In just the goalie box.
Just the goalie box?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
I guess so.
Professional goalie.
Yeah,
like a Barca Camp Nou.
Not the one you're going to see at the YSO game.
No.
But no, that makes sense.
That's
I can
crazy,
see that, I guess. Yeah.
Like from end to end, it's 100 yards.
No, you're right.
100 feet.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. It's
that's
just
true.
interesting. That was a cool stat.
Yeah, I mean, as a runner, that's why I love soccer. It's just a lot of running.
It's a lot more
And
running.
center mid, motherfucker, I'd run the whole game.
Basketball, you're either sprinting or you're stopped.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of running. Mm-hmm. It's just sprint, stop, sprint, stop. That's why there's so many injuries.
Yeah,
it's not good for your body.
Bro, my knees, my ankles, my elbows, like, compared to soccer, I get injured so often playing basketball.
Yeah, because the sprinting and stopping abruptly, it's not great.
Your ligaments are just like, what are you doing?
It's great for your, like, agility.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, that's a lot of sports talk.
Oh, jeez.
This podcast has been all over the place. We reacted to music,
Yeah. Started with Vince Staples, and now we're talking about soccer and basketball.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to?
No, I mean, no. I think we're fine.
I think that's
kind of a weird episode.
Yeah,
there was no real motive necessarily. But
I will say there was no like silence. It just kept going. Like, there's always something to talk about for a full hour.
I wasn't even expecting to record one today.
Yeah, I was entertained, honestly. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
If you're out there listening, leave a voicemail. It's on my page.
You gonna dox yourself yet?
Yeah. Should I just say my number?
No, yeah. Who's the fuck?
Okay, you're right. Okay, leave a voicemail at 801-317-5652. If you have anything you want us, any advice, or just like anything you want to just let us know.
And English is our second language, so make it like somewhat
understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I don't even know the word.
Legible,
but for listening.
Yeah.
Audible.
This has been a sports music. I forgot the word.
Huh?
Dude, lately I've had words just leave my brain. Like very simple words.
Oh yeah. Well,
like,
same here.
Like the word advice just left my brain. This has been a sports music advice podcast.
Beautiful.
It's probably the only one in the world.
Yeah, maybe.
I would say. That talks about soccer, basketball, music, advice, dick jokes, racism.
You're not going to find this anywhere else.
Political, socioeconomics, everything.
Yeah, worth your time.
All right, well.
Izka Bartha.
Izka Bartha.